what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Makerspace, and we have a very special Makerspace because we have a Meet the Maker. We are talking with Burning Stables Forge. It's going to be a really cool conversation, and I hope you guys are ready. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to catching up with them, learning a little bit more about what they have all going on. We've already been chatting, and I'm already super excited about this. So I hope you guys are. Let me do a quick hello to everybody, and we'll bring them in. Angelo, Kelly's Mishmash, Robin Dallum, Tim B. How are you, Tim? I hope you're doing well. Deconj, what's up, man? I hope you are doing well. That new folder you're working on is looking awesome. Ground Fog, what's going on, man? Projectiles are sharp. Hey, what's going on, Tristan? Laser Ghost Knives, Donnie Bless is in the house. I hope you are doing well, man. Keep doing those. Ripley's are looking awesome. I've been seeing some of them out in the wild, which is awesome. Jim Miller, what's going on? Mick Ranger, Trouble Bunny, Sean Batts, what's going on? All right. Well, without further ado, we have Kathy and Clayton from Burning Stables Forge. What's going on, guys?
How are you?
I am great. So we're just going to kind of chat. I know we've already been talking for about 20 minutes behind the scenes before getting into that. And we've already kind of shared everything, so we can just end the conversation now. No, I'm kidding. Brian White, what's going on? But we're just going to kind of chill out, talk making, learn a little bit about how you got started in this crazy thing of knife making, and what some of the processes you're doing, some of the projects you're working on, etc. They are in the chat, guys, so you guys can go ahead and ask questions. They are listening and paying attention. That is awesome. Bluminati coming in already. Bluminati, hey, man. Thanks, man. Been a member for 16 months. Holy crap. Jeez. Talon, salute to you, my friend. Thank you very much, Blue. You're awesome. All right. So let me hide that. So I guess we'll just start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Knife making. What in the world got you hooked onto doing knives?
Right. I want to ask you the same question, but
you can. I'll answer
it. Yeah. It was actually Kathy's husband and I had this small business that he started, and it was fast, and then it got really slow. Man, it was dead, and we were really bored. And him and he was like really into the watching of knives on YouTube being made. And we're like, man, we could probably do this. And he was like, yeah. So we had an acetylene torch. I had a crowbar in the back of my truck and a framing hammer. And we went to Harbor Freight and bought a little anvil. And man, we just took turns as watching the front desk. And I would go beat on it for like 30 minutes. And then he would go. And like, our rule is you had to leave it. You know, you had to let the other person do their thing to it too, and then go with it. So you couldn't like just completely change it.
Okay.
So we made a knife, man, and it was pretty cool. We never heat treated it. It's got a crack in it, but he's still got it. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. So you guys just were like, we could do this. Let's go.
Yeah, it was like 2013, you know, and it was, like I said, we didn't know what the heck we were doing, but we tried.
Yeah.
And then 2018, I started again.
2018, you just started playing with the idea again, or you started to just kind of fiddle?
Yeah, I got a shop. I had the shop space downtown where I lived because I didn't have a house or garage, you know. So I had this little container. It was an 8x20. And I was like, what am I going to do in here, man? I was a carpenter, you know. So I was like, man, I don't want to do a wood shop. I just want to do all day, you know. So I was like, man, let's make it a knife shop. So I like started doing stuff and just kind of making it this room. And then, you know, then I dove deep and bought the braid grinder, and I started buying all these tools and stuff and started doing it, man. You know, railroad spikes. Did a lot of railroad spike knives.
Yeah, I think that's kind of with the forging, because you forge. So you're, you know, everybody says, oh, are you like Forge and Fire? And I'm like, no, I'm not like Forge and Fire. But you are forging, you're heating it up, you're hammering, which is a completely different set of skills than just what I do, which is awesome, because that would be, I would love to take a forging class and just kind of learn that process of it. I probably shouldn't, because then I'll probably want to start doing it, and I just don't have
Yeah.
I just don't have the means to be able to do that. But
I mean, you got all you need is an anvil.
yeah, well, there's no room for it. I know
there's always room.
Yeah, I have to keep saying there's no room for that. There's room. I need to make room for other things that we talked about. But yeah, so that's awesome because I think that's part of why I like talking to other makers is because there is that thing that you get when you're creating something.
Yeah.
And that sense of fulfillment, or I don't know what the word is, but accomplishment when you start a project and you finish it and you do that. It's awesome. And that's kind of how I've got it. I don't have an anvil trouble. I have a forge, but I don't have an anvil trouble, Bunny. I should get a small one just to help me with some other little things.
Out with the railroad. So like, yeah, in that first shop, I didn't have an anvil yet. So I had a Harbor Freight anvil, which they're complete junk. If you ever used one, they just dent. They're not really that great, but I ended up using the piece of railroad rail.
Yeah, that's what I think. I've seen a lot of other guys use those.
Yeah, I mean they work pretty well. It's loud, but it works.
Yeah. Well, and that's a whole nother rail because you start talking about different forges or different anvils and the types of anvils and where they're from and what they're used. And I've seen all those guys with the ball bearing dropping them on the anvils and testing
90% rebound.
And it's like I don't know the difference between it because I don't get into it, but it's just like, holy cow. I know Keith the Knife Freak. I don't know if you know Keith. I've had him on the Makerspace, and he does a little bit of forging, and he got a forge and he found one and refurbished it and did a bunch of cool stuff on it. But I don't know. That's like a whole nother science of what's the best type of forge or I keep saying forge, anvil for what you want to do. So
yeah, I mean, there's some marketplace I've been eyeing, and the guys, it's there's like 400-pound anvils. This guy bought like a whole pallet of anvils just to play around with anvils. I guess I don't know, but they're just still like a 220-pound anvils, like $780.
Jeez.
And this is like a new anvil. It's not a Peter Wright or anything. And then you get in the thousands with them, which is insane.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't even know. See, I know nothing about the anvils and forge, and I can't because then I'll start to really focus in on it, and I need to just take a step back.
I hear you.
But yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, so that's awesome. So really, you just kind of were playing. It's funny how everybody's story is a little bit different.
Yeah, it was playing around, and then people started wanting them. And they're like, "I'll buy one from you." And I was like, okay, I mean, I'm not that good, but okay, what do you, I was like, $80? And they're like, yeah, okay. I was like, sweet. And I started selling all these knives, and I was like, well, that's kind of taking a lot longer than I thought for $80, but got the name out there a little bit.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it is in the beginning. You're just kind of, I know in the beginning I was selling stuff for right about that, but my work was, that was 5 years ago, and my family got everybody in my family got a knife before I was comfortable enough selling them to anybody. But
right, you got to have the failure rate,
Yeah,
some stuff out that's failing, but
well, yeah. I mean, and looking back on it, it's just kind of like, well, geez, that's rough. But at the time,
I look back every year, and I'm just like, holy crap! Like I've been like leaps and bounds from where I was last year, and like every year it just gets better and better, just hone it in.
I still do that. I keep some stuff on the board here that I did in the very beginning, and it just like I have my first knife I ever made still, and it's just like a reminder of where I've been, and I can look at it and be like, yep, that's awesome. So and thank you to Kelly and everybody who's been sharing all of Burning Stables links. Make sure you guys check them out, Instagram and on YouTube. Doing some really cool videos on YouTube. So make sure you guys are checking them out. So it'll be awesome.
Also exciting, we are www.burningstablesforge.com. That is new. So
Yeah, it's
If
official.
anybody wants to check that out.
There you go, guys. Burning Stables Forge. If one of my mods can throw that up, that would be awesome. But yeah, Burning Stables Forge. And so what is it? Because it was Burning Stables Forge, Burning Stables Knives.
Yeah. So
you guys were talking about it during your live the other day.
I don't know why I did that, but like, because people started asking me if I made like handrails and stuff, and I was like, "Nah, man, I make knives." So I thought it was confusing people at first, but then I realized I already had the Burning Stables Forge kind of following, so I was like, "Just let's go back," and then we just took the knife co off of there, just put Forge back. But we didn't have the www.com. Thank God we didn't have it then, because we would have paid for something that we wouldn't have needed. But
yeah,
we were like kind of figuring out. It was like kind of we didn't know, and then we figured out that you could buy the domain and then run it through your Shopify. So
now it's not this big long Shopify link that everybody, I think it kind of got confusing now that we're all one cohesive Burning Stables Forge, and now we're burningstablesforge.com. It just makes everything a whole lot easier. So,
yeah.
At least on me. So.
Yeah, that's going to be my next step, because get a website going and start doing everything through Shopify or one of those places. So
let me know. I'm happy to help you out.
Cool. Yeah.
I could never do it.
I'm fine. My Mrs. Aries is a whiz with that kind of stuff, and web design and everything else. She's really good at it. So she actually has her own website and everything else for some she does. But beside the point. So she's awesome at doing any of those things. So I guess the next question was like having mentors and doing that. I know I didn't really have a mentor besides like some videos here on YouTube that I was doing in the very beginning. And I had some people that were somewhat local to me. And there's stories about guys that hang out with these old timers and they go to their shop and watch them work. And then they just start making knives with them, and they learn probably the right way to do things.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like you went that way and you had a different track.
I've always been kind of hands-on guy. I was a pretty good carpenter, not being like cocky or arrogant. I was actually just kind of good at it. I enjoyed it a lot. I just like that, and I like learning sometimes, on my own. But it's not that I wouldn't have. There was no one ever around. I just kind of started watching a bunch of videos, and lately though, I've been getting a lot of help from my friend Justin Wilson out in California, and he's JW Bladeworks, JW Bladeworks, and he's like been a homie, man. And we FaceTime on Instagram for hours, and like we'll just be doing shop stuff, and he's just really teaching me the tricks of like the feather Damascus and stuff, like kind of really helping me along. So
yeah, and guys, this is this is ridiculous. Clayton and I were talking earlier about this. He's making his own Damascus. Now, if you want to show off that feather Damascus, you're more than welcome to, because you've been working on this.
I'm proud of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's amazing, and you should be proud of it because it's absolutely awesome. But you guys have to understand, how many hours do you have in that bar Damascus?
Yeah, so this is the piece I cut off to make a knife out of, right? So it's kind of hard to see with the camera, and it's also not heat treated, and it'll etch different when it's heat treated. But each one of these has 40 layers of random Damascus in it, and then other steel that I made the C's out of, and then all of this is other layers. I mean, there's probably like 160 layers in this thing to get to this point, and this is the chunk,
Yeah. So
and
you have
several
all of that
hours of steel, is in it, and I have 25 hours just in that piece right there alone. So that's just 25 hours to get to a point to make a actual forging, and now I have to forge the blade and do all the finishing and stuff to that as well.
So when you guys see these Damascus blades, you have to understand the hours of work that went into just making the Damascus itself. And now he has to and that's still a giant chunk of steel that you have to kind of stretch out and flatten to get into something that might resemble a bar of steel that you could start turning it into a knife, which is another 20-something hours worth of work.
I probably have another 20 hours in this knife.
Absolutely.
40-hour knife. for sure.
So
Yeah, and not to say like the steel, that's another, $95, $100 in steel, and then $100 in propane too. So it's like,
yeah, no,
there's a lot of money in.
it's not just the time, it's all of these other things.
Right.
Great question, Trouble Bunny. And you're doing this all with a hammer, because I don't think you have a press, or
I do have a press. Yeah,
have a press.
I made a 30-ton press. It's probably in one of my YouTube videos, I believe. It's in the videos of me making in any of the content that we're doing builds, and you'll see the press, and it's in there for sure. Yeah, but it's homemade. And that was also scavenged from marketplace and parts here and there, and buying parts throughout 6-month time period, and then getting to put it all together.
Yeah, that's awesome. I my hat is off to you, sir, because that is just ridiculous. Because I have no problems just going and buying a bar of Damascus, but I understand the work that goes into that bar of Damascus.
It's pretty cool though when you forge the Damascus. It's like when you forge the tip in, you really you forge the blade with that pattern. Like even with this feather, like as I forge, the tip will be out on here on this side. So as I forge that tip out, this whole pattern's going to smush and change and go with the tip as however I make it. If I cut it right here and cut a knife, I would miss all that material.
Yeah,
it's kind of the fun process of keeping that pattern running, having that flow.
Yeah, that's what makes that awesome, which is different from what I do with stock removal, where I'm just cutting it out. I'm just taking the pattern and going. But that's just,
I do stock removal as well.
Yeah, and that's really our bread and butter, because the Damascus comes off. I mean, you sell those every once in a while, but getting him to do stock removal when he's got a Damascus idea is impossible. All he wants to do is forge. It can be 90 degrees outside and he still wants to forge. So.
Well, I think as someone who's creative, when you have it in your head that this is the project I'm working on, that's your singular focus. And it's like, okay, well, that's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I don't ask me to do this other stuff, because I can't focus on it. I'm the same way. Like if I have several blades that I'm working on, I can focus in on that, and then I'm like, oh wait, I can't. And somebody will hit me up and be like, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, wait, you're changing something on me? I can't. This is what I'm working on right now. I can't change what I'm working on.
I'm the same way, man. When I do my stock removal, I usually do a batch of 6 or at least 3. If I'm doing stock removal, I'm not doing less than 3. Yeah. Because the process of changing the belts, you run through every belt, and you're speeding up production, and it's the same in the handle all the way through to the end. If you're just doing a batch, man, that's productivity, whereas I'm spending hours and hours getting to this point where I probably could have made 12 knives by now,
Well, yeah. And I'm the same way. People ask me when they find out I make knives, oh, how long does it take you to make a knife? And I'm like, I don't really know, because I'm never just making one from start to finish. So I was like, I don't know. I can't give you that answer, because I'm working on 3 to 6 at a time. So it's never, and they're all in different stages. So it's a very difficult question to be like, yeah, that takes me 2 days.
I had done it just to know what my price point could be. I did one, and I forget what I did on my EDC, my zip model, but my oyster knife, I did that from heat treat start to finish, cutting it out, because I do stock removal on those, but it's from start to finish. I can do one of those in 5 hours. But I can do 12 in 6 hours. So it's hard to answer that question. It depends on the batch, depends on the thing.
It's so hard. And it's wait, from start to finish, handles, full handle and everything. Well, that's a little bit different. And then you have heat treating and tempering and all these other things involved. So, for me, a couple days, I might be able to get one blade done in probably 3 days. If I just had 3 full days to work on one, I could probably get a blade done in probably 2 days, start to finish.
Yeah. But then you start thinking about it, you're like, man, like I could probably do like 4 though if I'm doing one.
Well, yeah, I'm like, if I'm gonna do one, then I might as well just do more, because I can knock out 3 pretty quick, which I just did recently. But anyway,
I saw those.
yeah, they're the micros. I got those looking pretty good. And we'll
small knives. We were talking about that earlier. We love our small knives.
Yeah, and that's been my thing. Is I like smaller EDC size fixed blades. It's just that's my thing. And people get me all the time about making bigger stuff, and I'm like, I'll do it, but it's not something I enjoy, because I don't like making something that I would never use.
Yeah,
and
I don't like this one right here is like one of my smaller models that it's the Lemmy model that I did. And I've only done like one of them, but this one's some twist Damascus, but it's just like, that little over 3 fingers,
Yeah, no,
I like
that's a great size.
Like one of my favorite ones,
Yep. I love how you threw it out. It's just twist Damascus.
Man, it's wild because twist Damascus. Okay, let me say this. Like, this is wild, right? And I don't know if people really appreciate sometimes this much. Me and my buddy were talking about this. It's like I could bust out like that takes time, of course, but like the twist Damascus, I can if you do a low layer, like 11 count on a twist Damascus, I think it's gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
you actually really see the pattern, and when it gets like a lot more, sometimes it gets jumbled, but it's like you can do that. Sorry, I almost cussed, but you can do that really quickly, and it's pretty wild how quick, like you can hand forge twist Damascus. I've done it before, so you're only doing like 11 layers like that, or 12,
And I actually prefer a low layer count with some of my Damascus than the higher stuff. It just like I don't really have a lot of Damascus, but I have this, and it was just a bar that I picked out, and it's a low layer.
Raindrop, huh?
So yeah, and raindrop is my favorite pattern. Here, let me.
I love that.
So,
cool.
But it's that low layer count, and I kind of like the low layer count a little bit better than the higher. I don't know. I always
I like that. Like compared to this is like 137 layer. And beautiful. It's nothing. It started off as 14 layers, but it's a lot. It's busy,
But it's beautiful. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun little, chef's knife. But it was the first Damascus I did in the press. Was this one? Was
that one?
Yeah. So that was pretty fun.
That's awesome. I love the finish that you're getting. You're getting to a high polish before you're etching, or?
So I recently bought this wheel off of Pop's Knife Supply. It's like a Scotch-Brite wheel, but a high. Give it to him.
What's up, Rachel? Thanks, Rachel. Love Damascus blades. Thank you, Rachel. Thorn salute to you. Thanks. That is awesome.
Heck yeah. Good job, Rachel Jordan.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what I was saying. Kind of got lost. Oh, the finish.
Yeah.
So I do up to 800 grit
on the Scotch-Brite wheel,
hand sand, and then I had this fine Scotch-Brite wheel, and I would take that, and that would kind of get some of those fish hooks out of the hand sanding, and then I etch it. Do my etching in my ferric chloride, and I probably do like 3 or 4 2 to 3 minute cycles, sometimes 5.
Okay.
And they're just kind of feeling out the steel. Sometimes it eats differently, depending on what's going on. And then I would take that and take it back to that Scotch-Brite wheel and take off all the oxidization, and then polish it on the polishing wheel to a high shine polish, and then drop it in the instant coffee for minimum of 3 hours.
Okay. Yeah. And that's where you're getting that finish on that.
That's where you get that black, that dark finish from.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like it. It's I've done a high polish on the Damascus before, and then it's weird how that you get the polish that the certain steels don't take the etchant as much as some other ones. And I was like, I did that one and it's super dark.
Yeah. Is
But
that just with ferric?
What?
Is that just with ferric chloride or?
That's probably a coffee etch too, but normally I'll acid etch it for about 30 minutes, depending. I might do it twice, and then I'll coffee etch it for like 8 hours, or overnight, and then I'll just go. And that's kind of what I did with that one. So
every time I've left it in like 4 hours plus, I usually get I'll get the coffee will just start sticking to the nickel steel for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I had trouble with that. Or sometimes, sometimes it's a pain in the butt, and it doesn't want to work right. I think the last Lemmy I did, I had like a 5-layer sand mine kind of thing going on, and it was just like it wasn't working. And I was like, all right, it looks cool, polished Damascus, so that's what we're doing. Because I just couldn't get it to work right. It was almost there, like probably another 5 etchings I could have got it. And I think it's just sometimes the etch, like finally at some point it clicks. It can be really frustrating though.
Yeah, and that's another thing that everybody needs to understand is when you're working with Damascus, it just doesn't magically appear and you magically get this really great pattern.
Yeah.
I know just for me and my standpoint, when I buy a bar of Damascus, like I'll buy from Alabama Damascus, I'll just throw them out there. And they're just kind of like, just so you know, have you ever worked with this before? And I'm like, yeah, I get it. You're going to sand basically the pattern out because you buy the bar and it has an etch on it just so you can see what the pattern looks like.
Yeah.
But it's probably just like a 5 or 10 minute soak just to get the pattern out of it. And then you start working it and that pattern goes away, even though you can still see it. You're hiding it, but then you have to bring it all back. So, Crystal, thank you so much.
That's my sister.
Yep. My bruv makes some beautiful Damascus. Yes, he does. He makes some beautiful blades too. So, talent salute to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Crystal.
That's awesome.
That's my other sister. My other one.
Your other one. The other one. They're all involved. That's awesome. But
yeah, she comes around.
Yeah, I think it's funny and that's what I like about kind of showing off the process is people don't realize all the things, the steps that go into creating what you're creating. And then you're taking it to the next level because that's forging, which is a completely different technique from what I do. So that is a whole nother thing. So that's awesome.
I'm forging a lot more now. Like last year, I was doing a lot more stock removal and like trying to get ready for the press and doing all that stuff. But man, the things I learned forcing all that stock removal is such a great help now to where learning how to fix mistakes and learning how to handle, certain things and learning how to free grind was a big help for me because I was trying to figure out, I just kind of honed in that free grinding as I was doing those stock removal knives. And it's helped now with the Damascus. So now I'm not ruining all that work.
Yeah.
So I was okay when I messed up that much steel, that was the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's only like $5. I can handle that right now.
Yeah. It's different when if you mess up a couple hours worth of work to get it to the grinding of the bevels, then I have 40 hours in this Damascus. Let's start. And I got it to a shape that I could start doing the bevels, and then
just grabs the grinder. I don't know if you've ever had this happen, but like the grinder just grab a knife and just rip it out of your hand and like.
Luckily, knock on wood, I've never had that happen.
I've had it happen a couple times where it just rips out and it hit the wall, and it was because I was using my file guide. The file guide is like one of the most dangerous times. setting those bevels. You know, it's because I'm free grinding. You know, so I'm not like on a platinum. I'm not sitting here. I'm like in the hand. You know, kind of leaning, and I had one go like into the wall right back here.
Oh no,
pretty frightening.
That's scary. That's scary because that's ridiculous. Yeah, I need to work on my free grinding. I have done a little bit, but I don't do it all on there. Unfortunately, I use the jig for a lot of my grinding, but I'm trying to get better at it. It's just every time I do, I prove to myself why I don't.
I had troubles with my I was kind of forced into it because I bought a grinding jig, you know, and I used it for a while, and I just could not get some symmetry. I couldn't get it, and I don't know what I had my angle finder. I mean, I had everything, and I was like, dude, I don't understand how I ruined the blade, you know, like that quickly. So
yeah,
I mean, kind of hats off to you to be able to do it. I couldn't figure it out, so I was forced. I was like, I have to do it this way because I don't have I'm not buying another one for, you know, this amount of money.
I mean, it took me a while to dial in mine and to dial in the grinder and dial in all those things, but I started on a 1x30, so I was
didn't we all?
I mean, I had my little 1x30, and I could still go back to that and still use it and still be okay, but yeah, it's just
I got that one right there, that little Rincon, I think it's what it's called.
Yeah, I have
that made several knives back in the day.
Oh yeah, my little 1x30 Wen. I still have the original one. I hear so many people have burned through 1x30s, and I'm like, I still have my original Wen Amazon purchased 1x30, and that thing is still out there, still going. It has the flat round wheel on the side.
Yeah.
And I use that to do the front of my handles still. So it's just, you know, it is
1x30. I use that thing all the time.
And
you know, because I got the Ameri braid right there, you know, and I had to buy a new one because when I started in the old shop back in 2018, I stopped for couple of years, you know, and then came back to it, but I sold it, and I was kicking myself when I started doing it again because I was on a 2x42 inch belt grinder and with no control of speed, and I was burning blades up. I almost finish and just smoke it.
Yeah, but, that's where I'm at right now. I have my Grizzly, which I enjoy it far more than the 1x30, put it that way. But
did you get aftermarket attachments for it?
Yeah.
I've seen that. My buddy's got one over down the street, and I played around with that. I was like, it's a pretty decent little machine. Like, I would like to have another one of those. I would like to have one because it would save space and it would be like able to do almost similar things to the 2x72.
Yeah. Contender Machine Works, I think, is the company, and he does. You can get the larger work table.
Yeah.
So I got the nice 5x10 work table, and then I got a better platen because the platen that comes with it is just garbage.
Yeah.
So he got a steel platen. I got a steel platen. I got a small wheel attachment, and I got a wheel attachment. I just haven't bought. I'm hoping to buy an 8-inch wheel, contact wheel, to be able to use on it. And then you can use it for the 42 or I think it's the 48 belts. You can actually run on that too. So we'll see. I don't know. Like, you can get a 10-inch wheel, but you have to use a 2x48 inch belts.
That makes
sense. I'm like, I'll just stick with my 8 because I don't need a whole nother set of belts just to do something different.
I mean, not unless you're doing some hollow grinds or something like that.
Yeah, I know. What's up, Corey? I hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, I know. Your 1x72 moves steel super fast for me. Yeah, not everybody's cool like you and has special belts made and special wheels. He has a 1x72.
For what?
A 1-inch wide belt, 72. He cuts them in half somehow.
I'll cut my belts down a lot. to do certain things. And it does help. Like slack belts, if you take a J-Flex belt and cut it down to like, I've got them down like this to get up in those little areas, man. It really
that's what he does, especially for like handle work. Like
like choils
handle work.
Like if you're getting up like in there and stuff, like you can really get nice roundy details and stuff.
Oh yeah. That's why I've been using that my small wheel attachment to get up into the finger wells and that area to get that area done. But yeah, one day I'll get the 2x72. One day,
whatever, you can do it as long as it works for you. It's not wrong.
No, I just gotta find, like, it's always about space, but it's buy the machine, find the space. So
trust me, I know. I'll be measuring inches out. I was like, if I squeeze this down 2 inches, all right, I'm gonna get rid of the steel bucket. I can move that down 7 inches. So I can put that over there, and that gives me 12 inches. Maybe I can fit power hammer over here.
Well, with what you're doing, the power hammer probably changes everything for what you're doing.
Yeah, I've yet to even use a power hammer, but I know what it gets done. Blade show's on the way. Yeah, Corey, I'm gonna throw that in the back of your guys' car when I buy a 72x72 at Blade Show and bring it back with me. Thanks, pocket privilege. That's a very nice thing to say.
Clayton seems like a real genuine dude. Yeah, he is a real cool guy, and you guys got to follow him on YouTube.
Yeah, really follow me on YouTube. We're at 250. We hit 250 today.
That's awesome.
Yeah, halfway to 500. That's pretty rad. You know,
just take your time. It is the most frustrating and rewarding thing all at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll like be like, yeah, I'm cruising, man. I'm getting, and then all of a sudden, boom, it stops, and then for like 3 weeks you get like no subs, and you're just kind of like, what am I doing wrong? Yeah, that happened to me so many times. So many times.
It's really a whole new world for us, because I mean, we started, like, I watch all these videos and I was like, man, we should do a video. Like, we should make a video of this stuff. Yeah. Well, I didn't see what it said, but
no, he said he's bringing the Tundra, so let's go.
Yeah. Are you going to Blade Show?
I am going to Atlanta Blade Show. Yeah.
What up? We're gonna see you there.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, my buddy Corey Holly has a booth there. He's a knife maker.
Okay, cool.
Me and him did a collaboration early last year. He does some sick hollow grinds and nightmare grinds and just really sick blades, stock removal knife maker. And he's killing it. So he's going to have a booth. He's had one there for several years. So I'm going to be hanging out with him and my other buddy, Jim, who's a stock removal knife maker. And we're going to be hanging out. So I will be at Blade Show Atlanta. We are in the midst of putting things together for that already.
Yeah, I got to get a hotel room. We got to book that soon. And,
we're probably, it's going to be 3. Well, it's me. I'm going my solo. And then they're bringing their significant others, and it's going to be pretty cool. So, I think we're going to look at getting Airbnb or something like that and just traveling in to the show instead of doing the hotel route. But
yeah, I got to get like t-shirts made by then and stuff, because I want to pass out some t-shirts.
Got to get your shop going. Got to get
I have no shirt. I have no merch. None.
Yeah, nah. I have merch, and then you get in with this community, and they just start making you merch.
Man, that's awesome.
Doing awesome stuff.
We just got stickers made. You want to see them? I need to see you. Give me your address too after all this, and I'll send you
stickers.
Just got these done.
Hold on, let me.
I think it's backwards, probably.
Look at that. That is awesome.
Oh wow!
Look at that, guys.
Those
Burning Stables Forge.
Some BFS stickers. We got these.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Probably put some sticker packs on the website, I think. Maybe. I don't know. People buy stickers, really. But
you can do that.
But yeah, I want to send you something so you can do it in your next giveaway or whatever you do.
Yeah, I'll get with you guys afterwards. I'll shoot you my address. I like giving stuff away. Yeah, I have all of my stickers and everything else has gotten a little out of hand, actually. But with everything. So
I stick them all on my press. Every sticker I get, I'm just like, that's my sticker spot.
Yeah, I have my board here where I have all the stickers, but I give away a lot of stickers. So, but if it's something new, it'll go on my board. So if you guys send me a sticker, it'll get thrown on that board. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely send you a sticker.
Definitely, that would be awesome. But
can I mention something real quick?
yeah,
we're doing we're doing a waffle, right?
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you about the waffle.
$10 a spot, and I think we have. I haven't gotten anything in, so yeah, I have 2 spots left, and that's it. And it's Venmo at Burning Stables Forge, and no,
show off that knife
on Venmo. Burning Stables only, and then PayPal is my email address. It's in my YouTube videos. If anyone's interested, just go back and look. But there's only 2 spots.
Yeah, somebody just asked. That's why I was mentioning it.
Yeah, show off that knife that you're doing the waffle for.
So it's this one, and it's Kathy made the sheath, and it is burlap micarta that we made in house with black micarta pins.
Jeez.
And then it's a 1095 series blade, and that is it. And the reason why we're doing it is 18 tickets, so it has a little blemish right in that little. You can barely see it. See it right there? It's almost unnoticeable, but so yeah, we figured we would just raffle it off and give someone the chance to win this knife for $10.
That's awesome.
1 out of 18 chance, it's pretty good odds. So
that's awesome. And wait, you skipped over the fact that you're making your own micarta.
Yeah.
just another thing. So make your own steel, make your own handle material.
Yeah.
And wax.
That was this one right here. Yeah, we make wax too.
Make what?
Wax. We sell it on the site too.
What?
We got blade wax right there.
It's all food
man.
grade.
Yeah.
I love you guys are awesome, man. I slack. Gosh.
Well, there's 2 of us. So
yeah. I got my teammate here, and that's why I was like, she's got to be part of this because, like, man, if it wasn't for her, honestly, I would have probably given up a year ago because, like, she's like, no, you got this, like, I was like, okay, and then 2 days later, I'm like, yeah, thank God I didn't do that,
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of work to do all those things, but I also have a part-time job, so
yeah, we're in here all day, every day. So
every day, all night, all day. That's why I have to be hard on it, especially when the site gets low. It's like, no, you can only forge at night. You can only do this after hours. Like, you cannot do it during the day. We have to get night.
I get put on Damascus and forging restrictions.
Yeah, he does.
No more fun. You need to actually make something. You actually
I like doing the stock removal, but I like this one right here. So this is my Motley model, right?
All right, Mr. Mouse.
Yeah, this is Mr. Mouse's favorite one.
Okay.
So I did the segmented scales. I made all that, out of scraps and stuff, which was cool. And this also has a Hamon in it. But I forgot what I was even saying.
You like doing stock removal?
Yeah, I like doing stock removal, but with W2, so I can get
I see why Kathy's here now. That's awesome.
Keeps you on track. But if you use W2, you can get Hamon lines, which is fun. It's an added thing to a mono steel knife. Or you segmented scales where you get that quality coming out on a mono steel, high carbon steel blade.
Yeah.
And if that's fun, and like doing the clip points and stuff. I love these in mono steel,
Yeah, that's an awesome blade.
Like this is my personal. This is the one that I carry. And it's the same model. This was the first one, and it's a Sanmai. But awesome. I was on B's blades the other night, and I was bored while I was listening. Not bored while I was listening, but I was just like, I can't sit still. So I went outside, and he was talking about jimping all the way down to the cliff. I was like, I'm just going to jimp it all the way to the cliff because B's told me to.
I love how, I'm bored. I'm just going to start putting jimping on this blade.
Right?
Start filing.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's fun. Yeah, that's awesome. Man, that's so ridiculous. You guys are doing everything now. I feel so like a slacker now.
Hey, you got 4,000 subscribers. We got 250.
Yeah, you're not slacking. I see all the work you're putting in on your videos all the time, every day. I mean, you're doing all kinds of stuff. You were promoting yourself very well.
I've been doing it for a couple years though.
You also have kids and the whole dad thing.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
my part-time job, and I get out here as much as I possibly can. And
yeah, see, I'm a single man. You know, I don't have anyone like they'll have nothing to do. I sit in here for 15 hours a day, and even when it's time to go in, I'm still like, I just want to sit out here in the garage. Yeah. So
well, yeah, my Mrs. Aries is like, okay, are you gonna come in? I'm like, okay, fine. But, no, I have to have the balance for my own personal sanity. But yeah, no, but I love it. And the channel never intended to be what it's turned into be.
How long have you been on?
Well, I'm sorry?
How long have you been on YouTube?
I started really getting serious, I think 2022, 2023. I really started to get serious about it. I was making these knives and I was putting them on my Etsy store, and I was, no traffic. And I was just kind of like, how are people going to really care about what AriesEDC is? And so I just started putting stuff out on YouTube, just videos, just really bad videos. I've kept them up, but really bad videos of the knives that I was working on, and then Instagram. And people started to, and then I started to show like how I was doing things, and people were like, I really like this. And so there's like Stacy Bolster Blades and David Tooley and some of the people that are in the chat just were like, we really, you have something here. And then all of a sudden it just kind of whirlwind into it. And now I'm playing with editing and adding music and doing all of these different things out. So I'll sit here at night and just edit videos for hours, just trying to make things
I hear you
look halfway decent.
See, I mean, listen to all what you're doing. Like, I have an editor. I videotape myself, making stuff, but like she sits there and
Matt Conklin, thank you very much, man. Gifting an AriesEDC membership to Mr. Mouse. Mr. Mouse, welcome to the apprenticeship. Thank you so much. Talent salute to you, Mr. Conklin. Awesome. Sorry. You have her that will help you out.
Well, I was confused. Sorry, I got lost.
No, that's why you have her to do all the editing and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Else.
For C, she's gone, and I just lost it again. Back on the off track.
Stacy, or Kathy, you can't leave. Kathy, you can't leave.
I was in the garage still. I'm just right over there.
Rachel, thank you so much again. You're awesome. Talent salute to you. Okay, challenge. That's awesome. Yeah, so I don't know. The channel has just become, and I think that's the best thing, is when it just organically becomes what it becomes.
Well, you said it. You had your first people, Stacy, and people like that. I mean, Mick and Cliff. There were times, man, when that is kind of what started with the YouTube. We were kind of at a place where we're like, what are we doing? And we needed a little bit of somebody to go, you're doing a good job, and they came in, and it was like, it put wind in the sails. It really, really did. And it made us go, we need to keep going. We need to keep getting this out there. So we're thankful for everybody in the community.
Rachel, gifting a membership. Thank you so much. Knives Are Life. Welcome in. Talent salute. Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody, I want you guys to understand is your comments in videos mean a lot.
A lot.
They do.
A lot.
They make them pump me up. That's for sure.
If I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, what do I get to read? And then all throughout the day, people are making comments about something that's going on, and it just makes you feel good.
Right. And I mean, we do. I don't think that they realize we literally do the same thing. If that pops up on our phone, we like text each other, me and Clayton, if I'm not here, and we're like, hey, guess what Mick just said? Or look what Don just said. It makes you feel good.
It's so uplifting. And when I started it, everybody, I was warned about trolls and all this other stuff. And knock on wood, every once in a while, I'll get some idiot on there who will say something. But for the most part, it's pretty creative. It makes me laugh. People are very creative with their comments. Yeah. And then the people that have something negative to say, it's funny. I laugh at it because it's just like, okay, you have you have obviously no idea what you're talking about. So, but yeah, it means a heck of a lot. Challenge accepted. Thank you very much, my friend. That is awesome, Matt, coming in with the $10. Man, talent salute to you. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
In our lives.
Yeah, we've had Matt Conklin come visit us.
Robin
Dallum with the membership. Who's in here? Seppi Dog, welcome in. That is awesome. You guys are killing it tonight, man. Jeez. Throwing out the challenge. So yeah, these guys are great. And
yeah,
they are. The knife community in general is awesome. Like you were saying, you can reach out to your buddy in California,
right?
And on the other side of the freaking country, and you guys are like hitting each other up and doing that. And I have found that too. Like if ever I had any question, I could reach out to somebody, and my buddy Corey, my buddy Jim, they're local here, so they're always a wealth of knowledge to help me out, and they've helped me out majorly.
Yeah.
And then they still do. But then there's other people, makers I found on Instagram, etc. And I'll shoot them an email or a message, and they're very open and willing to help.
It's one of the most like I guess competitive thing. Yeah, everyone seems to be helping everyone out, and like anybody, I've only had like a couple of people that give it to them.
What's up, Rachel? 5 memberships. Jeez. Man, the challenge is
guys.
Jeez.
She is accepting.
Welcome, Shooters and Strikes, Lancelot Leather, Bradley Swaney, Renee Ramon, and Cedar Grobox. Welcome in. Jeez, that is awesome. Sorry.
Oh, there's another one. Don't get comfortable.
Jim Miller, what are you doing, Jim Miller? Jim Miller is an OG guy too. That is awesome. You're sending your rock hopper to Casey. Gave you a hug boost. Sending my rock hopper to KC. You're sending your rock hopper to KC. He has a rock hopper. He doesn't need yours. Actually, no. Oh, me sending the KC that rock hopper. Yeah, that was a huge boost from my channel. You guys know Knives Fast, KC Knives Fast. Yeah. I was crazy enough to reach out to him, and because of the people in the community, I sent him a knife that I had worked on. And this was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was thinking, that I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to send this guy a knife who has thousands and thousands of followers on his channel for him to review. Yeah. And he did. Jim Miller ended up buying it. Yeah, and that's kind of how I got in, and then it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah, so like what we did, like so we were doing the YouTube thing, and then Kathy told me about YouTube Live, and I didn't know anything about it, and she was like, "Yeah, man, there's like people on here eating chalk," and I was like, "What is happening?" So like I got done working, I was laying in bed, and I just
it's no joke.
I go on live, right? And the first thing I hit live, and the first thing that comes up is Big Red EDC. And I go right into this guy's chat, and I'm just like, they're talking. I was like, what's going on? These people are talking about knives, like live. This is pretty wild. And I was like, man, I'll make you a knife and send you a knife. And he was like, wow, okay, really? Burnished Steel Swords? That would be awesome. And I was like, cool, yeah, I'll make you a Damascus knife and send it to you. And I didn't really think much of it. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this guy has like 14,000 followers. Like, this is crazy that he actually like even wants one of my knives, and
that's awesome.
So that was kind of our like big kind of push.
Yeah, that was a big push. And I think like shout out to David Tooley. He got Stasa involved. I think that was the first thing that with me was I had a knife on Etsy, and Stasa ended up purchasing it off of Etsy. And I was like, whoa, no. Because he has a huge following and he loves fixed blades.
Yeah.
And it was just, and that was the first one. And then KC fell into it. You can't leave Fatty here out of this said shenanigans.
Welcome to the shenanigans.
Welcome in, Sharper than Most. Welcome in to Talon Salute.
Sharper than Most. All right.
Yeah, JB is awesome, and he was so kind. His kindness, and that's kind of what I mean. Clayton is, like I said, he would give every knife away if he could, and that's the fun of it, really. And so seeing him be such a kind guy, and then we ended up now if we fall into a live that's somebody else, we just go, what? Like some of the guys aren't as kind. There's some people out there that you go, nope.
I have definitely stumbled upon some channels that I was like, yeah, nope.
What's going on in here? This is not okay.
It was all politics, and we were like, nope, this is not for us.
I have been involved in some chats, and I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, no, I want no part of this channel. Absolutely not. But
yeah, but we came from the world of Instagram where you don't mention knife, you don't mention sharp, you don't mention anything. So when we saw everybody being able to freely talk about knives, it was like, oh wow.
I think that's why we did YouTube. Really, that's what made us push, like, start doing content. Because it's like, man, I'm like doing all this work and making all these videos on Instagram, doing all these stories, and it's only getting seen by 53 people out of 2,000 plus followers. I was like, what the hell? Like, that's horrible, man. I'm like, I'm working my butt off trying to get this out, and like, it's just not. I was like, so we need to start making. I'm gonna start making build videos. You know, I'm start recording it, and then she was like, okay, well, I'll try. You know,
I'm still trying.
But that's kind of where it begins, and that's where I began too. And it was like, okay, well, I'm going to put together a full build video and just start videotaping. Like that was kind of my first thing is I videotaped a knife being made from beginning to end. And it was like 7 videos. It ended up being like 7 videos. And that's kind of how that began. And then people were really like giving some really great feedback and criticisms and that kind of thing. And I'm all about positive criticism. You just don't go in there and say, well, you suck. You know, okay, well, why? Well, if my camera angle isn't showing you what you want to see, then okay, I'll try to solve that problem. And it's still very difficult to do because I'm filming everything with my phone. So I don't want my phone right next to the grinder while I'm doing that.
And then you forget to hit the record button and you did all these steps and I'm like,
or here's one. I try to time lapse it and then I slow-mo it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we've done
the complete opposite of what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, we've done this.
So then you go back and I'm like, okay, how do you reverse that? And at some point I'm just kind of like, no, I can't.
Or I'm trying to put I've got like 14 hours of video that I'm trying to condense down to 30 minutes. And like a whole chunk of the middle somehow ended up in the trash and I can't get it back. And I'm like, half the video is gone. Like, what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
There's been a whole lot of figuring things out. Thank God. I know everybody hates AI, but ChatGPT has helped me out. And it's huge. Time lapse is my best friend because I'll just hit time lapse and I'll be out there for an hour and it's like, all right, that was 2 minutes of time lapse. Yeah. There you go.
I need to do
one of our biggest problems is he loves music. He's like music guy. So there's always music being played out here. Well, when we're videoing, you want to get the sounds of the press and the forge, but there's music on. And so it gets copyrighted and you can't. And so it's like, no, that makes it hard. So I'm like, if you're filming, you got to turn the music off. And because you can't put it up.
No, you'll get flagged. I mean, if you're not monetized, they're not going to say anything. But when you become monetized,
we've gotten away with it, but they just blocked, like they just limited our views. Yeah. So
we got shadow banned on Instagram, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Nice, Jim. Nice, Jim.
Where am I at right now?
I'm talking about you too.
Probably, I'm over here making a knife right now. I was thinking about these things. I just can't focus. I mean, sorry.
No, don't apologize. I'm there. I'm lucky to get through these live streams without. I have to make lists. I have so many lists laying around of things that I need to do.
Somewhere.
I'm making lists now. I've been writing stuff.
Check this one out. That's a mono steel knife I'm working on.
What in the world is that, man?
Oh my God. So I'm going to grab this real quick. You got to see this. So
all you boys are going to love it.
Yeah. If you were a boy growing up in the 80s, you probably had this Rambo knife.
Of course, everybody had the Rambo knife.
Everyone had the Rambo knife, and how cool was the Rambo knife? You know, it said China on it. And like,
Yeah, fell apart.
Rambo knife.
Great.
So a friend of mine reached out and he's like, dude, like I don't have a really like serious knife, but like I've always wanted the Rambo knife. Like, and I was like, well, like you want a big K-bar or something, you know? He's like, or you know,
Yeah.
Bowie style, whatever. But
Yeah,
he
just
was
a
like,
big Bowie.
no, I want the toy. Because that was like it fit. And I was like, man, I get that, bro. I can relate, you know, like because I don't want to have big you want that cool knife, but you don't want that knife in a
K-bar.
So it's really just, I mean, it's going to be functional, but it's like that nostalgia of having that, that little toy. So like I drew this up off of like the internet, and then when it came in the mail, I was blown away that like I drew it up
pretty much perfect.
It's almost exactly to what it looks like. I mean, the tip's a little shorter, but that's what we wanted. We didn't want to have that.
Yeah, that big
length.
Persian swept up thing is not very useful.
Pretty cool though. I'm pretty
that's
pretty
crazy.
But this is a stainless. This is a what is it? AEBL.
Yeah, that's what I use. I use a lot of AEB-L. It's a good steel.
It is. I like it. I've done a few chef's knives out of it, and
yeah,
things, but I like it.
Yeah,
it's easy to work with.
I like AEB-L, especially for fixed blades. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, the music with YouTube, it's frustrating because I use a program to do a lot of my editing, and I'll try to throw in some music with the time-lapse stuff like I always do. And then I'll get it all set, get it in a pretty little package. I'll upload it onto YouTube, and then I'll sit there for an hour waiting for that to upload. And when it uploads, then it's like, nope, you can't use that music. You can't be monetized. And I'm like, So I have to delete that, go back into the video, swap out the music.
What do you use to edit?
I use Clipchamp.
Okay.
And I also use what is this? CapCut.
Yeah, I'm using CapCut, and they have a pretty good selection of music. I mean, it's kind of easy, but
no, it's not.
It works.
It's off the shelf stuff.
Yeah.
YouTube has, you can put, if you upload a video, you can go back and edit it and use music with YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube Studio stuff.
But you can't like let it fade and control the volume and do like a lot of those types of things with it. So it's like on, off.
Yeah. I had to learn all that stuff. That was tough. That last video, the railroad spike knife video, there was some of that. That one was getting me in my head all like for the longest time. That one was hard, but it was the first time I've ever done it. And I'm like, you know what? I just challenged myself on every video to add something new.
Yeah. When you get into it and you start learning some different things, then CapCut's good. That's how I started. And you start playing with transitions and all of the video, all the minutia. And I don't like video editing, but I've gotten into it where I'm just like robot. I just go into, I know exactly what I want and where I want it. And it doesn't take you as long once you start
doing it. Yeah.
Do you use like the quick buttons, like the quick paths and stuff?
Yeah.
I think learning that probably helps, you know, like having like boom, boom, you know, where you can mouse.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been in, my background is mostly in education and management and all these different things. So I was on a computer a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I'm not anymore. But I would much rather be working with my hands.
I wasn't for so long that I kept going, why do I have such a bad headache? So if you go back to the beginning, I'm not wearing glasses. I got migraines, went to the doctor, and they're like, yeah, you're blind. Like, you've got to have bifocals and all the things. And I was like, what? Like, so nice. It also just, you know, got me a nice pair of glasses, but
yeah,
hate that.
Yeah, it's nice. So Clayton, what in the making process is probably your one step that you dread doing?
Come on, you already know what it is. I bet you could guess.
I know.
I know what mine is.
Every maker is the same. Every knife maker is the same.
It's hand sanding for me, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hand sanding.
That's it. Yeah.
So who gets that job most of the time?
I throw her on that sometimes.
You make her good.
What's yours?
Really, the bevels drives me crazy because I'm still trying to refine that perfect balance on the bevels, and it's something where I have to be like really zoned in and in the mood and just ready to do it.
Yeah.
If I try to force it, like, hey, I have to get this done, but I'm really not in the mindset, something's gonna get messed up.
It happens every time. I do not grind. I don't do certain things unless I am feeling that at the time. Like, it doesn't matter if the night has to get done. I'm like, I just can't grind right now. I'm not there. I like just know it's not. So I'm not even gonna go into it right now.
Yeah,
because it only takes a second. You know, it's
yes. Kathleen, drilling holes was what's funny is Clayton and I were just talking about how drilling a hole, you wouldn't think drilling a hole, but drilling one hole takes 30 minutes sometimes. And you're just like, why can't I not? And you're just going through drill bits. And it's just, drilling holes are not fun, but I have kind of refined my steps and it's become easier. Knock on wood. It's become easier.
But drill a hole tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm not drilling anything tomorrow. I actually am going to be shaping handles and gluing up handles on a blade tomorrow.
Man, yeah, it's wild. So we did that Goodwill. I don't know if you saw the video, but we did like this Goodwill challenge. That's what kind of stuff we're going to challenge ourselves. We're going to do a challenge. She's going to go to Goodwill and pick up something. I kind of like, these are kind of things that are hard and, blah, blah. She came back with a hedge trimmer from Goodwill.
Black & Decker.
And then I have to make a knife out of this. So we.
Oh, no.
You couldn't use anything else. The handle, the pins, everything.
Everything had to be made from the hedge trimmer.
That's just rough.
It was awesome. It was
fun.
Cool. We did it, and then so I was like, well, what are we going to do with this knife? Because kind of novelty. It was just kind of with the video. Like, it wasn't that great. The handle kind of sucked. But then I was like, man, let's do a giveaway. That was our first giveaway. So we did that to kind of boost up our following because we only had like 10 people, So we were like, you have to comment on this. So we got a lot of our Instagram friends from there. But it was pretty cool to take a Black & Decker hedge trimmer though and make an actual blade that was hardened, because I took all the blades off the hedge trimmer.
That's awesome. You have 11 blades to grind and finish for Gator Show. You want me to come over? No, I'm not coming over and help you do nothing, man. You don't need my help. The Corey works so freaking fast. This guy is just an animal. He's just a freaking. I can't wait to see, because these are 11 blades with like Mammoth and Damascus, and he already told me a little bit. He's gonna be crushing it at. There's a knife show at the end of this month called the Gator Knife Show, and we're going to be going to that, and he's going to have a table there. So
I think that's how I stumbled upon your page one time. I don't know how or where, but I found you, and I think you were live or something, even maybe, and I said something about I was like, yeah, where you at? And you're like, something. I was like, cool. Well, I'll see you in a minute. So somehow you commented back on it, and then I think you were going to some kind of show then, and maybe it was this one, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's the only knife show that I normally go to. But yeah, I try to always talk to everybody. If you leave a comment on one of my things, I always like to leave comments or a love or a heart or something on a comment. Well, it's difficult to do, but.
Yeah, it makes you feel good.
Only half of them? You're only doing half of them, Nightmare Grinds? That's all.
I don't know what this is.
A Nightmare Grind is a hollow. It's a compound grind. Like a hollow grind. Corey, I don't have.
Is it kind of like a hollow with a bigger hollow in it? Or? Yeah,
it's like a hollow, and then you have the line, and then there's another hollow. And he does a swedge at the top too, so it's like a hollow. And he does everything's a hollow grind.
So he's got like 7 or 8.
Yeah, he's got like 8 different levels going on.
Wow.
Yeah, It's
someone
crazy.
sent me one tonight. I had 10 different bevels on the whole knife, and it was like a skeletonized knife. I said, that is just
No,
a lot.
that's not something. And I guess it goes to what you enjoy doing. Is I just like a nice. I like even doing a Tonto. I know that can be a separate grind, and I'm not even comfortable doing that.
Yeah, I do my Tontos, and honestly, they're usually all kind of a little bit different, but
These are his knives, so now you can see.
okay.
Good night. That does look like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's almost
We're
like
looking at them now.
It's
You're
almost like
looking at Corey's stuff, yeah.
like that's an aggressive hollow. It's almost like a full or two up.
No, yeah, he does a very aggressive
Beautiful.
hollow. Let me see if I can find it.
I wonder what the thickness is, right? Like end to end, right? And like when it ends up with the from like
at the
edge, you can burn through, when you do like an aggressive grind like that, like right through your steel.
Main grind, hollow, tip grind, hollow, swedge grind. I mean swedge hollow. Wow.
Yeah, it's I really wish I had it. I wish I had his knife here. I had one of his knives here.
Yeah, this is on one of your videos. The picture we got.
Oh, yeah, you have
build is on that one.
Is it the collaboration blades that we did together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess I could pull those pictures up, but you're gonna make me try to find.
That I was saying the other day is that the community is so not competitive because every one of you guys has your own style and people like a specific style. And so it's not impeding on anybody. And each one of you learns so much from each other.
I think it's competitive in a sense of pushing each other, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that definitely.
Come on, man, you got it. You do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
That's like, exactly where it is. It's not I'm not going to give you this secret because then you're going to be better than me. That is
It's like
that's
do my
totally
technique,
not.
try it different, do it better, and then tell me how you did it.
Yeah, that's like his friend Justin that did this. I mean, hours. They got on the phone yesterday. There was 3 of them on Instagram, and they were on the phone until 8:00 last night from 2:30. And it was all because they didn't want him to make a mistake.
Yeah, they're like, we're setting you up with this feather. Like you got it, but like I'm sitting here with you. I'm gonna sit here with you while you forge it every step of the way, and just so you don't fail because I don't want you to fail. I failed enough,
Yeah, that's crazy to think of doing that. Somebody's gonna take time out of their day to sit there and watch you, make sure you don't do anything that's gonna mess that up. But yeah, okay, I found okay, here I'll show off that one.
Let's see it.
Because
and thank you, Robin. I just want to say thank you to Robin. Bought a ticket for the waffle, so there's only one spot left, you guys. Only one spot.
Check your email because I think somebody, I can't remember who it was.
I just looked at it.
I said to email me.
Okay.
All right, so this is D2, but when he heat treats it, it keeps this like marsenite finish on it.
Yeah.
So you have a hollow, then that's a hollow, and then the swedge is a hollow up here at the same time.
So one's just like a deeper hollow than the other, and then the swedge.
Yeah, it's just a different angle of the hollow. So
that's 6 grinds. That's wild.
Yeah. So
they keep all that symmetrical. Damn.
Yeah, and
unless you do it, you don't know.
Like there you go. You can see it a little bit better there.
Yeah.
But, yep, that's what he does on a lot of his stuff. Is
what kind of you use a lot of screws, right? So I do like pins and glue, but you use they're not Corby bolts because those are the ones you grind off. You know what I'm talking about?
I glue up everything.
You glue up everything?
That blade, that handle Corey did, and he just used I don't know if it was a pivot screw. I think he uses an actual pivot hardware for it. But
sorry.
Yeah. So that was a collaboration. We did 4 of those.
Sorry.
That pattern. It's my pattern. and I made 2 of the patterns, sent them to him to grind, and then he made 2. He did the Damascus and that one out of D2, and he did all the grinding and heat treating, and then sent them back to me, and I did 3 of the handles, and he did that handle. So, and then we sold them as a collaboration project. Yeah, it was a fun project.
I'm part of like this one project. Go ahead.
Yeah, Corey said pivots for pocket knives are really easy. Yeah, so
okay, so you just use the pivots. You get pivot pins. I need like that's what I want to do. Like I want to get into the folding realm. Probably this year. I'm doing it this year, so I'm gonna probably pull the trigger. Probably in July. I'm thinking around my birthday.
And he makes folders too.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, and that's maybe one day I'll get into that. But
yeah.
So hand sanding. Yeah, hand sanding is, I don't know.
It's a bit of a bear.
It's one of those things like I think I was doing a live stream and I was hand sanding out on the blades because I like to sometimes if I'm sitting out there just sanding away, I'll be like, either I'm filming it for a video or I'm like, well, let me just do a little live stream. And then somebody was like, man, you're still hand sanding? I'm like, yeah, it's not going to work itself out. I got to continue to get everything out of it. So
it's wild, man. Like sometimes you hand sand and hand sand and hand sand, and if you have to etch it, you'll still get little streaks, and you're like, I went every different direction through every single grit until they were gone for hours, and then I etched it and there's these lines. What the heck, you know?
You'll go through the grits and you'll get to like 600, 800. And you're like, oh man, it's looking so good. And then you turn it at a different angle and you're like, wait a minute, what? How?
Yeah.
Or
I get light on it, man. You be doing this stuff, you know,
always.
You see how many
bobbing and weaving.
He's got clip-on lamps everywhere. And like, I know not to even get up and ask if this looks good. Cause he'll be like, did you look at it at all 180 different degrees?
Can have spider eyes on that thing.
Yeah, and that's and sometimes you're like, okay, it's hand satin, it's made out of my hand, the little lines aren't going to be bad, but then you'll try to polish it or something, you're like, no, I gotta go go back.
I had to do that mirror thing at the beginning, and I was like sanding my butt off, and then I'd polish it, and I'm like, man, this looks like crap. I'm just like, what? I don't even try to polish them anymore unless it's like I'm gonna sit there and take it up to 5,000.
Yeah, it's very difficult to get a good high. Like, what's his name? Gentry Designs or Gentry Knives. When he shows off some of the polishing work that he does, I'm just like, I don't even know how you get it that mirror polished.
Yeah, I follow this one guy who does chef knives, and he sits there on stones, and he does the whole, he'll do this whole bevel on the stone until it's up to a polished finish off a stone, and then he'll polish it. And it's like, it's mirrored, but it's a high carbon knife. And I'm like, really, what's the point? Because you cut one onion and then you're just ruining all that work for, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's gonna get scratched. It's gonna get and that's why I was like kind of started steering clear of the high polish. Oh, Damascus, kind of gets pretty cool, but like
it looks nice, but then it's gonna get scratched. It's just going to, if you're gonna use it, unless it's just something to be just on decoration. But I don't know.
We did the Bowie knife, that big one that you did.
Yeah, I did a big Bowie build.
Michael was in the chat talking about it earlier. It was from Spring Steel, and that was a mirrored finish, but it's not going to be used. It's more like a decorative knife.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. The guy, he said he wanted a Crocodile Dundee knife, and I was like, okay, well, you know how big that knife is, right? Like, that's a knife. There's literally a slogan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're just going to kind of hang out with this thing and take it in the woods every now and then. He was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So let's make
cut one onion and you're in tears.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing too, because you give somebody a super shiny knife like that doesn't use high carbon, and then they cut an onion and they're calling you like, I just screwed up the knife so bad, it's so bad, what do I do? And you're like, no, that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, that's called patina.
Yes.
Yeah, but sometimes people think that you're saying patina just because you're just they're like so rust, and I'm like, yeah,
I
sure.
mean,
yeah,
Ish. It's rust-ish.
I mean, if it's orange, you're not doing the right thing. But yes, just
Yeah.
basically right.
Just a little dark area. You're just gonna keep getting those. There's nothing.
I
you can
love
do
it. I
about
mean, like I was
I
showing
love
you
mine
mine.
like that.
I love how this looks. You know, I'm like really into that. It looks a little. You know, all it took was some steel wool to it the other night.
Yeah.
Put a little of our wax on it, and it came right back to life. You know, but it's got a story. I know what I did right there, or when I threw it at that tree and missed. You know,
It's a working edge. It's a working blade. You know, that has a story.
yeah, it works. It's made to work. It's not made
Yep.
to. But like some of the Damascus stuff, I know that I'm doing. Like, I do think some people it's kind of collectible because I do get like it's not going to hold that, you know, luster. I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like all the time. So
Yeah. My first liner lock is a mirror finish and it's scratched up, but I can see it myself.
Oh wow. Good job, Dom.
Your Decon's doing some awesome stuff. Bob
He is.
Loveless.
I got some steel for him. I gotta send it out, and I keep forgetting to press it back out into the size, but I'll get to it.
Yeah. So what this might be an odd question for you because you're making your own steel, but what's your favorite steel to work with?
I mean, since I like doing the Damascus, I'm really into the 1084 and 15 and 20. You know, but I like W2 as well. I like to get the Hamon lines with W2.
Yeah, and the W2 with the Hamon lines, you're just doing the clay layer on there and just
grinding
forging the edge.
And it's actually one of the hardest things I've done. Like it's harder than any of this Damascus to get Hamon lines to be what you want. You'll paint one thing and you'll get another. Like this one is the best. That's the best Hamon line I've ever gotten. And this is probably like attempt number 15, you know, or 20.
Really? That's crazy.
But,
and what kind of clay are you using? Just out of my curiosity.
I'm using this guy. Here, I'll show it to you. This guy in Texas makes this clay, and he's got no scale as well. But no scale, I usually have scale. I wouldn't. This isn't my favorite stuff, but this is what I'm using. It's called Hamon 1800, and
Hamon? Okay.
And that's backwards for you, but it's called Nuclear Systems, Nuclear Systems.
Nuclear Systems.
Yeah, and it's ingredients, Texas rainwater, and clay. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I use. It's kind of I've used other things and tried other things, but it never really worked.
Yeah. Somebody wants to see pictures of
Mick is asking if you had any pictures.
There's a whole I don't know how to do the screen share thing on here.
You could grab the iPad right there and turn it on. We'll turn on the iPad and find the picture. Sure.
If you send it to me, I can.
Okay.
If you send it to me on Instagram, then I can share it.
I'll send it to you right now.
Send it on Instagram. Yeah, he did. We made that knife and we did the giveaway, and it was such a big deal. And then he was like, "This knife sucks so bad, I don't want to send it out to anybody." And so he's like, "We had another knife, a really, really nice knife. We actually need to make some more of those, but he ended up sending a really nice knife with it to the guy that won. So it ended up being a really cool build, and that guy was so excited to win. That was our first YouTube giveaway, but yeah, it was a cute little knife.
Well, I can't wait to see it now. I want to see this thing.
It's got orange on one side, black on the other. I can find it.
Yeah, if it was Black & Decker hedge trimmers, then
it was kind of cool to keep the black in the.
Do your thing.
It's pretty cool. It was just like a challenge, you know. It was wild, but like.
Oh yeah, I would have been like, no, because that's not happening.
Well, like so, talk about to like drilling holes, right? So we did that, and like this guy that I don't know who he is, he just I guess followed me on Instagram. I think he saw the video on YouTube, just a random public person's like the public views or whatever. but he happens to work for a company.
He won.
I know that's what I'm.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were.
That's where I was going.
Totally ruined the story.
Sorry,
Jeez.
sorry,
There you go.
sorry,
Pop my bubble.
sorry, sorry.
Sister love.
That was happened.
Spoiler alert.
All right, but this guy works at he won. Yes, this guy I don't know won, but he works for a company that sharpens drills, high speed CNC drills. So he's like, I'm gonna send you a box of these drills. Maybe you can do a challenge out of this. And I was like, heck yeah. Well, he sent me a box of end mills and high speed carbide drill bits, 1/4 inch, a bunch of 1/4 inches, which was
Yeah,
good 80 CRB too, man. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. But I don't
That's
even
awesome.
really know where I'm going with that. But it was just pretty cool. We gave it away, and someone sent me drill bits. So that we drill metals.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I mean,
Right?
you're gonna send me drill bits? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, he was like 40% off belts too. So I'm like, crap, that's pretty cool. I haven't utilized it, but
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
I
Belts.
think I'm slipping on that. Yeah, it's VSM belts. So like they're nice belts and 3M. He was like, you can get 40% off at any of these companies. And I was like, crap.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to put in like a $600 order, you know.
I would have already done that.
I know.
That was one thing as when I was starting this, if somebody would have told me how much money I'm going to spend on abrasives.
Oh, they used to hoarding them. You hoard the belts too. You know?
Well, I did a whole video on that.
Like, I'm not getting rid of these. They like you got to throw out like 30 belts. Like, oh, but this still got a little bit of life in it.
Yeah, I know. I can maybe do handles with this, or maybe put an edge.
Yeah, I might need this one. I might have to get it down to an inch.
I haven't. There's Corey knows. There's an old school maker friend of ours who, you know, he first of all, his favorite steel is 440C, and he'll put that up against anybody. He'll tell you to your face. He could put his 440C up against anything. But he's like, the best way to start sharpening a blade is a worn 220 grip belt.
Oh yeah.
And he's and going back to the 1x30, he was like, oh yeah, that 1x30 is great for handle materials too, because at the top of the platen you have that space between the platen and the wheel where you get a little slack in there, and you can shape the handle a little bit in that area.
I just take the platen off completely and use that slack area with a little one.
I might just do that with mine, because I don't. But it's great for little small. And for the knives that I do,
yeah,
it's great. There's no reason I need the 2x42 for my handles, but that's crazy.
All
So
right, I sent them. They should be in your Instagram.
Yeah, I see it. All right, let me see these photos, and then I'll share it with you. All right, let me go ahead and share the screen. So I can share the screen because this is my thing. But all right, so there you go, guys. There's one.
Look at that handle.
That's awesome. I can't make the screen bigger, but yeah. So you have that. And let's see. That's the blade.
It seems like so long ago.
There's one that's on the anvil. That one actually looks pretty decent.
I didn't see that one.
This one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no matter what.
Not that one.
It's ugly.
Yeah,
listen, if you told me that was a Black & Decker hedge trimmer, though.
There's a whole video on it. You should go watch it.
I'm going to go watch that. And everybody else should go watch it too, because
it's really cool. I mean, we put plastic in a blender.
Yeah, we were blending it with a.
See, that's the one I like right there, because it just kind of shows the colors and the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doesn't show the.
And it shows so you made the handle out of the plastic.
Yeah, so that's what really sucked is that like the black part turned out really nice, and then the orange
did not.
My kiln shorted out and it messed up the whatever the thing inside of it. So I like, damn it, I had to put it in the oven, and I couldn't get the
It had air
plastic to
bubbles.
500 degrees. Because 500 degrees, you can melt that plastic down.
Yeah.
But then sanding and grinding plastic, I don't know if you've ever done that, but it
was a mess.
Ugh.
Yeah, we put it in a blender. We put it in a food processor.
I have forever plastics in me from this.
for sure. It caught on fire.
Those X-rays will be fun,
Yeah.
sir. We need to check your lungs. No, you
I'm
don't.
not gonna get
Nah,
too
you don't want to do that.
You probably don't want to look at that. What are these? All these little bits in there. That's a Black & Decker hedge trimmer.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's cool is Palmetto Goodwill actually commented on my Instagram or something. They were like, "This is really cool."
Right. They did.
It was like rad.
That's fun.
It just came from what are we gonna do? What should we do? We should do something fun. Just having something different to do in the shop. You gotta change it up every once in a while. But
I think that's what started our YouTube, though, wasn't it? That was
our first YouTube video.
We were in the car rider line picking up her daughter, and it was like, live in your.
No, it came from the Kicking the Rock.
Yeah, there's a guy that kicked a rock, and I was like, this guy's got all these followers. We got to do something.
Yeah.
Kathy said, "How about a Goodwill, Bill?"
Nice metal relic. They say that metal microplastics live in your balls.
Then I should be good.
Explains everything.
No comment. We'll leave it all right there. We will leave it all right there.
I mean, when you realize like how much metal goes on in here, you're just kind of like,
oh no, I know, and
eh.
I know what I go through, and you're doing double that with the forging and everything. So
Yeah. Well, we have the computer out here, which probably isn't a smart thing to do, but because I mean, I like being out here with him. I don't want to be in the house doing computer stuff by myself. So I'm like, it's an old computer. We'll just use it till it falls apart. Is what it is. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
is Cliff in the chat?
Cliff is in the chat, and if you're
Cliff is in the chat.
All right, Cliff. Can I tell Cliff the deal? Because there's only one ticket left for that night.
Somebody just bought it.
Oh, really? So it's over?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said I just bought your last
Thomas
spot.
has titanium in
I
his
didn't
hand.
want to hijack the.
No, if you guys I wanted you guys to be able to fill that waffle up. That thing is all that.
So I think it is.
No, there's one more spot available.
All right, Cliff. Did Cliff already get?
No.
He bought it. He said he bought it.
Okay, you got it
Okay.
figured out? All right.
He must be in already.
Closed out. Well, I don't see it, but we'll figure it out later.
we'll
I'll
get
reach
it.
out to you, Cliff. We'll go ahead and call it done.
Yeah. Cool.
So
Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats on
Yeah.
filling that waffle.
Yeah, that's fun.
Congrats on filling that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's always like a good way. January's a dead month for me. It always has been. I don't know about you, but
January is like a reset month for me.
Yes.
yeah.
That's kind of how it's been for us too.
So
And
if you do
I
something-
got started early on my builds for January and getting stuff done. So like I'm done.
Christmas.
I've already finished 3 of the
Micro.
6 micros that I'm working on. I've already finished them, and I sent all my heat treat out to Peters already.
Where you
And
at? How many you got done this year?
This year,
Yeah, so
I
far.
had the 3. The
3.
3 I've already finished. Oh, actually, I could have finished them last year. Right, last day of the year, I probably could have finished them if I really pushed myself. But I finished these guys up. My little micros. I finished those
I like that.
with the so I have, there we go.
Yeah. We
I had
said
that guy.
jimping. I like the jimping on there.
Yeah, I did a little jimping on the spine.
Where did you get? Do you got a file? Where'd you get your file from?
Yeah, I bought it off of Amazon.
Yeah,
Just a
I thought I
checkering,
bought a jimping file, but I just bought a file.
a little checkering file.
Okay.
It's what I use on that guy. So that one is one of the 3 that I finished, and then the other The others will be in AEB-L. I have a couple customs that are all off at heat treat as well. And one of them is a micro like that, but I did some file work on it, where I did some fun file work on it.
Yeah.
Just something a little different. You know, my aesthetic is a very simple aesthetic. It's what I kind of like and what I always kind of go for. So
I mean, I think that's kind of what we all kind of do, is what you
like my thing. Even with like the production stuff that I have out, it's kind of a very simple design.
That's good looking.
So that's the Kubi thorn. But
I like that detail, the pinch grip up there.
Yeah, they did that, and that's like, I'm really happy because your finger gets right there, and then you can control the tip of the blade, and I'm really happy with that. I can't wait to get the other one. The rock hoppers are on their site, but they're gonna send them to me. But
I like the names of your knives. You got good names.
Yeah.
The rock hopper. How did that happen?
I don't know.
You said rock hopper.
My first, okay, so
You're like,
the rock hopper. It's called the rock hopper, and this is a rock hopper.
Okay,
that's my rock hopper, because the blade shape was inspired from the QSP penguin.
Okay.
So I basically took the blade shape of a penguin and the handle shape of another knife and mixed them together to create the rock hopper. But I didn't want to call it the penguin. So what's another penguin name that I can come up with that's fun? And I saw rock hopper. And then that's kind of like how they went. Like I made a knife for my wife and I called it the pedal. And then
I've seen those.
And then the larger version is the bloom. So what's larger than a pedal, and you have a bloom. And then it just kind of goes from there.
I've started naming mine after like doing the band, like Motley, and I got the Lemmy. So like Lemmy from Motorhead, and the Motley is from
Motley.
Yeah. But I kind of been like feeling that vibe of like weird either musician names or like a band part of the name, having that.
That's the fun of it. You get to name your babies.
Oh yeah. Like, we come up with all kinds of different things, and now I have like a thistle, and then people say endoraptors, and I don't know what this endoraptor is that they always talk about. But
look at that thing.
Yeah, you would definitely have to do Kydex with that, because there ain't no way I could make a sheath for that.
Yeah.
Can you make a video with it? Can you make a video with it with the Jurassic Park theme song in the back?
So I have made this knife. Bluminati Ninja owns it.
Cool.
Wow.
It's called the Raptor. And the story is, I had a Crow, which was the largest blade that I made. And then I made the Talon, which was just a little, do you know Simple Little Life?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, I watched it too.
He, like 2 years ago, he did like this little design challenge, and he made the design, and it was basically a little hawkbill like this, different handle. And I really fell in love with it, and I didn't do that challenge, but I ended up making this knife, and I had a bunch of problems with it, just because that shape's not easy to do.
Hard to grind a curve like that.
Yeah, like especially on with a jig. But
I just did a hollow, like I did a baby buoy. I did a baby buoy with antler and a little guard, brass guard, but it had the recurve in it, and it was like this big, and I did a hollow in it, and like that is so hard to follow.
Yeah, that's hard. So I struggled with that one. And then Bluminati's brain was like, what I need is a Talon the size of my Crow, and we'll call it the Raptor.
Awesome.
And for a year, everybody gave me crap about making this knife. And then finally, last year, I made that knife. I don't know. Have you seen pictures of it?
I have not.
Now I'm gonna have to find it. Jeez.
Yeah. Show me this Indoraptor.
All right.
Now the Endoraptor is a completely different. The Endoraptor is these people's brain going crazy on just stupid stuff. This is what happens when you let them in, give you ideas.
I know, bro. I've been going like, oh man, I'm like obsessing over folding knives now because
I don't even have
Flick a
pictures
knife.
of what they want anymore. So that
That is cool. No,
that
it was
that was the Raptor.
great names for you.
So
Dang, I love
Dude, that
that
looks
handle.
What is that? Is that micarta?
yeah, it's black linen micarta, and then that is blue jute micarta turned sideways. So I'm using the end grain
Yeah.
of 3 different size jute micartas.
Is it
So-
just the blue and the black, or is that just the? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's just the 2 color, right?
You don't have a liner, a spacer.
It's just blue, and yeah, I probably did a black liner or something in
Okay.
it just because
Sweet.
I don't have
Yeah, I
any.
love that.
So that was the Raptor. Bluminati has that. And going back to the community being awesome, 2 people stepped up and paid for that so Blue could own it.
No
What?
way. That is cool.
Okay, I
'Cause
have to
it's-
say, Mallory Designs has come up with some good names.
Did you write them
Yeah,
down?
H2O.
The Dio and the Danzig.
So the Endoraptor is a harpoon version of this. So it's this with a harpoon and
Okay.
a compound grind.
And what's the name of that one?
The Endoraptor
And that's gonna
is
be
what,
the
is what they have come up with. A harpoon version of this with a compound grind.
Well, it sounds like they're pretty adamant.
It sounds like you got some sales waiting.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to get on that Indoraptor.
No,
I'm gonna make an
no.
Indoraptor and send it to you.
Well,
Who can make it?
Wait,
Who can
it
make
has
the
to be a-
Indoraptor first?
It has
I
to
can-
be a Damascus.
I will pass that book very quickly if you want it. Air Bluminati, Burning Stables Ford said they will make an Endoraptor for you.
Make an Indoraptor.
I
They
will
will
not
do it.
for the Indoraptor. That looks like a nightmare.
Well, the funny thing is, it was supposed to be a collaboration with Corey and I, so I could do it and send him to grind it. But he's in the middle of starting his own knife company, so he's got a lot going on right now.
Ay, ay, ay.
Man, so yeah, I did construction like all my life, and then at 41, took a hard pivot to be a full-time bladesmith. It's been pretty wild.
You got it, Mallory. He says if you build the Danzig, he was named after a Danzig song. So if you make the Danzig knife, he's down to buy it.
There you go.
All right, love it. I'll do it.
Heck yeah.
Do not challenge Clayton.
We've talked
Well,
about it. We're gonna do like
Dylan's starting to make knives too, so
yeah.
All right.
come on, Dylan. I want to see you start. I want to see what he's flipping out
Yeah, let's
because
start
he
wrapping
started
this up.
making some stuff. He's making some fixed blades now.
Or freely.
A little Raptor challenge. That would be really fun. I met actually the guy Justin, JW Blade Works. I met him. I saw him. I started following him on Instagram through a challenge, and it was an Instagram challenge. It was like you get this much steel. and you
Okay.
got a knife in 2 days. And then the winner got to collab with the guy that was putting it on. He had like a gazillion followers, but that guy that I'd been talking with, he was the guy that won it. And he does keyholes and stuff, man. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, like the keyholes are. I want to do one, but I'm like, wow, just.
Yeah, that's the through tang. Is that what your keyhole is? Or I'm not familiar with
No,
keyhole.
so like the actual. Let's see here. So you like say this right here, like the metal would be a metal bolster, right?
Okay.
And the bolster would come up this way and then come down this way, have a hole in it, and then have it would be like a keyway kind of keyhole shape. So you have like a circle, and it just looked like an old timey keyhole.
Oh, okay.
And you press the wood into it.
Oh no.
And then like that is it just it is so cool.
Oh yeah, I can see it being cool. I see it being giant pita.
Yeah, you gotta like do it on like a 1 degree. You gotta get in there, drill the hole, and then you grind it on a 1 degree, and then you press. You like heat the wood up in a microwave, and then you like press it in, and it eats the wood away. And it's pretty cool flow.
I know. Those are the things you look at, and I'm like, I don't even know how you did it.
Patience.
I don't even, and I have none of that.
He has like the most patience. This is what I was joking the other day because he has a ton of patience, a lot more than I would have. But yet with the forge, I've seen him go bananas. He's not been able to wait. He was not.
I couldn't forge. I couldn't forge. I'm like, I'm spinning the wheels here. I'm like just stuck in a burnout and can't go forward. And I completely understand when I get into a project and I'm focused on it and like I wrap my head around what I need to do, then I'm there. And I'll go out there for hours, and then all of a sudden my wife will come out and be like, "Hey, yeah,
what do you?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I just got
caught up." Kid, you know,
you guy just gets uber. Like if I'm working on multiple piece construction handles and trying to line everything up and doing all that and doing something like a keyhole, I might be able to do it, or a folder, if I didn't have 100 other projects and everybody breathing down my neck wanting me to make them a knife. So it's like a good problem to have, but I would love to be like, okay, I'm just going to focus this month on making a folder.
I mean, that's a really good problem to have, though, to be honest, because I'm sitting here like, I mean, I got, like 10 blades sitting here, that aren't selling, and I'm just keep making, but I haven't made one this year, but I'm also like, well, I have 10 knives kind of sitting here. So like, I'm going to go ahead and focus on the forge. I'm going to focus on this, but I have custom orders, I got the Rambo knife custom order. I got the Feather Damascus custom order.
Yeah.
So that's cool, but it's also like,
not enough.
That was the time that those knives are going to take, because of the Rambo knife with the special indent that I had to do, like the toy, and I had to mill that out, and then standing that like and getting that perfect is like, I still don't know how to do it.
Hard.
I don't know how to do it yet, and I've thought about different ways, but it just doesn't work every time I try it. So like, it's like, am I going to sit there with sandpaper?
I'm still there.
Patience,
I'm still there. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I've had another maker friend of mine said, yeah, that's exactly the point. You're not supposed to know what you're doing. But you're doing it.
Yeah.
And that is the thing. It's the truth. Still doing it.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I do this, because I want to get eyeballs on what you're doing so that you can have better opportunities to sell some of your stuff. So if somebody wanted to purchase something that might be available, where can they find you? BurningstableForge.com now?
Yes, sir. That's it.
All right. So I don't know if any of my mods can throw up those links again, but Burning Stable Forge, you guys check them out on YouTube. Definitely doing some really cool videos, and check them out on Instagram as well. Right? Any place else they can find you?
I got a Facebook page, but I don't really I don't go on it. It's just linked to my Instagram, so it's not really like up to date. But yeah, just Instagram, YouTube, and the .com.
And we've got Etsy, but we only have 2 knives up there because that just wasn't seeming to really go anywhere.
It's not for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, check them out, guys. Make sure if you're interested in any of their work, there's 2 knives, I guess, right there now, so you can go grab one. But
we also have custom place for a custom spot deposit, and then email and.
So how does that work, real quick? If somebody wanted to get on the books or wanted a custom knife, what's the best way for them to do that?
So yeah, we have it on the Shopify or on the .com, whatever. This goes to Shopify, but there's a link and you give a deposit, and then we can talk about the build. But then it's like, what do you want? You want Damascus? What kind of Damascus? What style of blade? Nothing's out of the realm of what I'll make blade wise, like if it's something I've never made, doesn't just because I don't have it in my style doesn't mean I won't make it. But yeah, so like just custom builds, if you want like a chef's knife or you want a hunting knife, like the feathered knife is going to be a hunting skinning knife. So I come up with the shape, I'll draw it up, and once they approve it, then we just kind of go from there, and then I make it. It usually takes about 6 to 8 weeks, depending on the difficulty of the build. But we set a deposit, and then, we usually take a amount up front for the deposit, and then that covers material costs of making it in case halfway through I've forged this knife out and then someone's like, I don't want it, so we always going to have to I have to take a deposit on like a high-end custom build, it's just.
No, I got you. Yeah. That's awesome. So make sure you guys are checking them out, reaching out if you're looking for a cool custom blade by them. Clayton's killing it. We got some really cool sheaths from Kathy doing some leather work. That's awesome. I wish I had somebody here doing it, but I have I have a couple friends that do leather work. My buddy 3 Feather EDC does some really cool stuff. He's down the road from me.
And if you ever want to reach out to us too,
Yeah.
I know we're in Charleston, but if you ever want something you're in a pinch, let us know. We can help you out.
I need to. I think I'm gonna have. I already reached out to Sean, but he's gonna do a little. He already said he would do a little leather slip for that. I don't want anything crazy. I don't see that as something somebody's gonna carry on a daily basis. But I just need something that is gonna protect the user, because once I sharpen that thing is gonna be
Laser beam.
It's gonna be a little. I might call it the shiv.
Right.
Yeah, they're sticky. I cut myself on the last one I made that we gave away.
Yeah.
T-
And it's
Tegan?
Tegan won that one. But man, we really appreciate it. We appreciate the support, and it's really nice to get to hang out with you because I feel like I know you.
Yeah, and that's what this is.
It's nice to be just when people are just easy. It can get difficult, but
that's what the point of this was. Like, people, I've asked other makers to come on, and they're just kind of like, "Well, I don't know," and I'm just kind of like, "It's just a conversation.
Yeah, we're just chilling. It's like
We're
we're
just
hanging out."
I'm gonna ask a couple questions. We see where it leads. We talk to the people in the chat, and then we just do that. But it's awesome. So, guys, make sure you're checked out. Burn Stables Forge. Check them out on YouTube and on Instagram. Kelly's Mishmash. Thank you for putting up all of those things. Corey, best wishes to Heather. I know she has a rough day tomorrow. Hopefully she'll be all right, my friend. I'll talk to you later this week, and we'll touch base. But that's just for Corey. But hey, you guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, man.
I really enjoy what you guys are doing. It's really fun. The videos are awesome. Yeah, I could see a lot of cool stuff coming from you guys. So make sure you guys have checked them out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is always